It's lit. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. It is the Studio Life Podcast. We are back. We are live. We are here. It's a rainy ass day today, but you know what? We still made it. We here, and I'm thankful and blessed, man.
Orange and blue skies.
Orange and blue skies, baby.
Orange and blue skies.
We are your lovely hosts, Mixed by Boogie.
Buck 3000.
Kuli.
We got Manny here.
Manny fresh over there.
You know what I'm saying? No cam, man.
What's goody? Poppin', man.
We're gonna start off with the orange and blue skies, man. Fuck that. This is not sport. This is not sports podcast, but fuck it. We are New Yorkers.
Nah, I'm not gonna.
And we're gonna talk some sports.
I don't want to do too much though.
I'm not gonna get too hyped.
I don't want to get jinxed.
I'm gonna just say the Knicks is up 2-0 over the Celtics.
2-0. But when you hear it, when you watch this, it might be, it might be tied. It might
be a sweep. I don't know.
It might be a sweep.
I'm hoping for the sweep.
I'm hoping for the sweep too. They play tonight? Don't play tonight.
Nah, Saturday.
Damn.
Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. So, you know, by the time this comes out,
the series is over. It will be over.
The series could be over, or it could be extended. We don't know. Hopefully, it's over.
When we put it out, you know, sometimes we like, do extra 2 weeks.
Listen, man, I talked to some of y'all out there, and y'all been getting on my back, like, yo, y'all ain't post this week, blah, blah, blah.
I know.
Listen, man, I'm sorry. Listen, man, we just trying new things, and we just throwing ideas around just to improve the podcast. So, pardon our delays at times. We're still new. We're still trying to figure things out. And also,
we got other shit to do.
That too. Buck is a whole married man with a family.
Not on that, it's talking about the work we got to do. We gotta
besides that too, and
the
then
mixing and the mastering, the production.
Yeah,
this
we all
and
got.
that. It's a lot.
I'm still actively recording and mixing.
I'm trying to, balance all this stuff out. Make it make sense. You know what I mean?
Right,
so
Kuli
I want to be consistent.
Kuli just doesn't push record for us over here only.
No.
He got other things to do.
Yeah.
He got his own life going on.
We got to have the team together at once to make this happen.
Yeah.
We can't just do it individually. That's really the issue.
Facts. Manny got shit he doing too.
Yeah.
So pardon it, but just know we missed something. It's because we're trying to make improvements. It's not because we just want to miss anything.
And also, we got to take our vitamins. Anyway.
Only Buck.
Listen, man. I definitely take more vitamins. Every time I stretch, I'm cracking up.
This is another thing about
a muscle or something.
Yo, the new interns, they called me Unk the other day.
Wow.
Yeah. Cause I got up and my back hurt, and then Frank.
Yeah.
He was like, Unk. And I was like, yo, bro, I was like, my back hurts. I gotta move slow. He goes, moving slow. That's a sign of the end.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, they say that now.
Did you not even in Unk territory, man?
Not even that. You got to understand something. If you're a good engineer, something's going to be broken.
Yeah.
Or faulty in a minute. Because you're going to be sitting on that chair for like 4 hours, 5 hours straight.
Either your back, your knees, or your eyes.
All that shit is done.
Or your hands, arthritis.
Yeah. I'm telling you, if you're a good engineer,
carpal tunnel.
You're done. Sorry to say so. You know what I mean?
Speaking of that, yo, I got to see an ENT specialist, man. Yo, man, I ain't get my ears checked in a while. That's terrible.
That's a fact, though.
I be forgetting, like, yo, I should get my ears checked. I am an engineer. Like, I should check up on these every now and then, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I think I'm losing it because of the headphones, the Apple headphones, yo. I turn that shit up so loud.
Engineers, don't forget to go see your local ENT specialist, man. Get your ears checked, man.
But I think I'm good, though. But it's just the fact that you want to, when you're in the moment, then you start taking the headphones off, and you be like, wait, I don't hear, like, you know what I mean? Lose I don't want to lose my, because that's your shit.
That's why I don't like using headphones that much.
I know, it's bad. It's bad. If you're using headphones like I do, it's bad because you can turn that shit up so loud sometimes because you want to hear it and feel it. Sometimes you might lose your fucking ears, B.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
I don't like that shit, man. I don't like it too much. But
bro. So you got the privilege, you know what I'm saying? You got the NS10s. Was it NS10?
Nah, it's Yamahas.
Yamahas? I mean, NS10s, Yamahas, same shit, no?
Not quite, but close enough.
We don't have NS10s over there?
They're not.
Or is the fake NS10s?
No, we have NS10s. They're just not like
on.
Yeah, they're for show.
No, but the NS10s, obviously was the norm where you had and it sounds terrible in NS10s. If it sounds good in NS10s,
yeah, that's the theory. If it sounds good on the NS10s, then it sounds good anywhere because the NS10s just don't sound good. Period.
Yeah, they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
So like you ever use the Barefoot speakers?
I love Barefoot speakers.
But that's cheating though because
Why?
Because it sounds good.
Right.
I mean, while you're in the studio, doesn't matter what you put on. Oh, it's gonna be fire. That's what I don't like about the Barefoot. Because you leave the studio, start using regular speakers, sounds trash.
Come out there like, whoa, what was I
The
doing? The
Barefoot sounds perfect though. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. And the Genelecs too. All them people just sound so pretty.
Right.
You take it to your car, you're like, what was I doing? What was I thinking? You know what I mean? But that's why I like the NS10s. Bring them back. NS10s, please. You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like NS10s are definitely getting replaced by Yamahas.
But they made them.
I'm seeing very. I mean, like the HS.
Oh, that's
the
what they call it,
series.
HS, whatever that is.
The HS. The HS Yamahas. Yeah. I feel like the NS10s have been essentially replaced by those. You would see more Yamahas HS 5,
yeah, I see
8s, whatever.
Are they shitty too? Or I don't know. Totally.
Nah, they're like NS10s, but they have some bottom to it. But they're still NS10s, they're clean though.
NS10s the fuse used to every moment. NS10s used to blow.
Because you can't crank those.
Yeah, you can't crank the NS10s.
Like those aren't
fuses
meant for that.
Gone every time.
Yeah.
So how do you prepare as an engineer? How about that? Let's go there. Because there's a lot of people out there that need help. Like they want to become engineers.
No,
need some motivation.
So how to prepare what?
How do you prepare your day? Like I know you're seasoned now. You've been doing this for a minute. You know what I mean? But how do you tell the young ones like, yo, because they need help, yo? First of all, I hear what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Not only they reach out sometimes.
Well, one of the problems, especially with the up and coming engineers, is that, from what I noticed, at least in my experience dealing with some of them, everybody want to rush to mixing. Nobody wants to. Nobody wants to, because that's the fun part.
Is it?
I guess they think so, at least.
No, but you're right though, because I think nowadays it's almost about mixing.
Right. Like,
what about the recording?
If I'm teaching audio, like, you need to, like, for me at least, you need to know the basics first. So that does include recording, gain staging.
Because I think
wrapping a wire properly, mic placement, like all that.
Because mixing to me is more personal. It's like it's hard to teach mixing because it's almost like a personality thing. You know what I mean? Like you almost putting your input, your personality on that situation. But recording, it's got to be efficient though.
Well, that's when I teach about mixing. I don't necessarily. I make the point to say, whatever I'm doing, don't focus on the plugin. Or like the order of the vocal chain.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't focus on any of that shit. Focus on what I'm doing, but more so, why am I doing it?
Why am I doing it? That's fact.
You know, like when you think about mixing, think about it as like the art, the skill, whatever you're gonna call it, refer to it as, but don't think of it as just this monotonous thing you just always do continuously over and over. Same setting, same plugin, same this, same that. Or I have to have this plugin because I saw Boogie or I seen Buck use it.
Yeah.
Like, no. No, again, of course, certain plugins are great or better for certain situations, but you have to think, like, if you don't have access to those plugins, then what?
That's a fact. I think one time I started to even just, before I even start mixing anything, just listen to the record. Just listen to it. Just listen to it like, yo, what does this think? What do you think it needs? And sometimes it don't even need too much.
Exactly, and I say that also. I tell people that, like, listen, man, if you feel like this snare or kick is fine the way it is,
leave it.
That's fine. Like you don't have to do something to any piece of sound or audio that you have on a record. Like if the vocals sound fine, leave it or just add a little whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Especially nowadays where everything is digital. Like I understand when you're miking up a live drummer. I get why you're gonna EQ everything and make sure the kick is constant compression and all the above. But now, first of all, Buck 3000's pack is coming soon. But
be on the lookout.
Yeah, so it's already designed. It's already hitting. It's already good. So you don't even need to add EQ to none of my stuff. When in a couple of weeks when I put it out, you don't need to add no nothing. Maybe a little bit of reverb here and there, but that's it. No EQ on my shit. I'm popping.
But people are still gonna do it though.
I know they're gonna do it because why? Why?
Because they feel like they have to.
Why?
I'm telling you, a lot of people, especially when they first start doing this, is just because there's so many plugins and we watch so many different videos of all these engineers and stuff that. And we want, we want to try all these different techniques, and we want to try all these plugins and see what they do.
Hey,
yeah, of course, that's the fun part for sure. But again, it's just like
a lot
knowing when to use it. Like I watch Mix the Master stuff, and as you watch these videos, like you see like a lot of these people, a lot of these engineers, they don't do much.
They don't do much.
Like a lot of best engineers, it's like little tweaks here and there. Even if they use the same plugins, it's still slight differences in like how they use them and what they're using them for. You know what I'm saying? So it's whatever it calls for the moment, whatever it calls for the record.
Because I know a lot of people, I get a lot of sessions that I have to repair. See, that's different.
I get a lot of that too.
The repairing process is different than.
That's when you got to go in and actually, okay, maybe you might have to use a whole bunch of plugins.
Yeah. To repair something like that, that's when I see that. But when it's already good, sounds good.
And you're just enhancing.
You don't need to repair anything. It's already there.
Yeah,
and once you start doing the other shit, they're gonna be like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
Right. Just add to it.
Add to it.
You know what I mean? So it's it's just about knowing. It comes down to honestly just knowing when to make decisions, when to do something, when not to do something. For me, less is usually more. Again, depends on the record, depends what's going on.
Depends on the genre too.
The genre too, yeah.
Genres is different. You look at even pop records versus hip hop records. The drums is not that loud in some records. It could be, even Afrobeat, same thing. There's some drums is not as loud as because in hip hop we want that shit to knock, bang, 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 all over the place. Right. But in other genres, it's like no. I need a guitar to be the main thing. I need this to be the main
melody
thing.
Or something.
Melody, stuff like that. Vocals need to be out there more, vice versa. If the person can't sing, hey, bring it back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Depends on the music and the genre, though.
So speaking of a person not being able to sing.
Who's not singing now?
Well, no, not nobody I worked. I mean, I've worked with people who can't sing. But I'm not speaking of like. So I was scrolling on Threads the other day.
Threads. I don't really do that too much, but
I'm not super active on it, but every now and then, I'll just
do a
little scrolling.
Okay, Threads.
And I came upon a interesting post. Kuli, can you? Hey, you fast, boy, you fast. Yeah, that trigger finger. Okay.
Just record and mix my track and be quiet.
So
what?
I do not know who this person is at all. I don't follow him. He don't follow me. But I came across his post and I thought it was very interesting.
He might be born 1995, I think. That's the problem right there.
So his name is I'm a turn over here a little bit.
95.
So his name is Perverse95, right? On Threads. His post says, for those who can't see, I don't know how legible it is, but for those who can't see it, it says, just for the record. No, sorry. Just record and mix my track and be quiet. I do what I want to do on the mic. It ain't your job to speak on it respectfully. He's referring to recording engineers. I'm not trying to be rude, but I get tired of recording engineers always trying to put their 2 cents on how you should make your own stuff. Just let me do what I do best, and you do what you do best. Call a spade, but some dudes would never get it. If you a real artist, you know. That's my favorite part about that. If you a real artist, you know.
I mean, is he good? That's the real answer. Is he a good art? Like, in other words, when you hear his music,
I'm about to pull up a track.
if he's a good artist and he knows what he's doing, fine.
I looked up his numbers. His numbers were decent. They weren't terrible.
So he's out there, like,
but they weren't good enough to be talking like that either.
Did you like the music though? Did you even like the music? What about
I didn't listen. I looked at the numbers honestly just to see.
Because he said, if you're a real artist, that means he has to be a real artist. That's in
so.
His
What's
mind.
a real artist though?
In his mind, that means. Because sometimes I don't know if he has an entourage that he doesn't need the engineer's help or vice versa. But
I mean, at that point, the way he sounds, he should just record himself.
That's what I'm saying. Just do that. Now, honestly, like I was saying earlier.
But so all right, so
okay, go ahead.
The reason why, so I saw that,
yeah,
thought it was interesting, so I reposted it, right? And the reason why I reposted it is because not that I necessarily agree with what he's saying. I mean, I think every moment calls for whatever.
Yeah.
But I've been asked different times throughout my career, why am I quiet in sessions sometimes, or why don't I always, give advice or something like that? And this is just this post is essentially why. Not saying like specifically this guy or whatever else, but the reality is, right? Especially, I mean, I don't know about nowadays, but especially when I came up in school, in engineering school, all that good stuff, we were told to be quiet.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
we were taught to be a fly on the wall,
Facts.
and you don't speak until you're
At
spoken to, because especially like the A-list artists, they know what they want to do, they know how they want to do it. That's the producer's job, that's the writer's job. You're just there to make them sound good, make sure the sound is good. So like, a lot of engineers who probably around my age, maybe a little bit, and probably older, like that's how we came into the game.
Yeah.
Like we were literally taught that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? However, though, as you get more experience in this, obviously, like, and you get a rapport with certain clients, things like that, you build that relationship, you, of course, like the client will want you to be a little bit more vocal.
Yeah.
So that's kind of obvious, right?
Yeah,
like if you have a relationship with somebody that you've been working with for a while, it's going to be some back and forth. Now, this, again, I don't know if he's talking about his specific engineer. I don't know if somebody hurt his feelings. I don't know what specific. Again, I don't know this dude.
Yeah.
But again, I just thought it was an interesting conversation piece, because also when I posted this, a lot of my fellow engineer friends were DMing me like, yo, this dude is probably trash. This guy, da da da. And listen, I listen to his music. I don't know if it's trash or not, whatever. But again, I posted it because, today is a bit, these days, I don't want to sound like I'm that old, but these days of recording is definitely a bit different than how when I first came to the game. Like I've come across a lot more artists nowadays who definitely would like the engineer to be a bit more hands-on and interactive in the sessions, right?
Yeah.
And that's something I've had to adjust to over the years, because, again, when I came to this game, it was just like, yo, be quiet, push record, and do your job, make sure it sounds good, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I've had to adjust to that over the years. And shit, sometimes I still have to be real honest with you, but especially more so like when it's a newer client who I don't know at all. I'm a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'm definitely a little bit hesitant to be hands-on or super hands-on. Like I'll kind of let the artist kind of dictate it, ask a question or whatever, and then I'll be like, okay, cool, and then we'll go from there. I never have any problem helping anybody or being hands-on, but again, I've had more experiences with people like that than I've had, well, not lately, but in the course of my 13 years. I've had people, definitely tell me like, oh, no, I'm good, bro. Or, whatever. And it's just
no, see, that's what I'm saying.
It's like, all right, cool. I'm
like
going to shut the fuck up and push record.
Like you said in the beginning, that's how I used to be. It's not like, I don't even want to say nothing. I'm cool. Because if I said anything, it's going to be negative anyway. Most of these cats that come in the studio is trash anyway, yo. So you want to just keep your thoughts to yourself and just do the work. That's what you want. Oh, word, okay, right. Oh, that's the hook. Okay, cool. I'm fly it to the 16 bars later, whatever you want to call it. Yes,
right.
That's what we want me to do. I'm cool with that, because half of the time you don't want to hear my opinion. You trust me. You know what I mean? Because I don't.
Maybe you specifically, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. No, because I don't even want. You don't want to hear what I got to say, because all y'all to me. Like I said, once you start dealing with the A-list artists in the world and you learn from them, what you gonna do, yo? Where else you going? There's no.
I mean, that's true, because a lot of the A-list artists don't necessarily. I'm not gonna say.
Depends if you got a relationship with them, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it depends, right? Yeah. So like, I won't say some don't want the.
They just know.
Like a lot of artists. All right, boom. Mano, for example, right?
Exactly. My man.
When I first started recording Mano, I didn't know him from a hole in the wall, and he knows how he likes to rap.
Yeah.
But he would still ask me like, "Was that take good?" Shit like that. So that in that instance, like, oh yeah, maybe so, like, will help out in that instance. But as far as like being super hands on, like, nah, say like this, or try this, or take this word out.
I'm never doing that.
Yeah, it's like it's definitely levels for that.
Yeah, I'm not never.
You know what I'm saying? But
like
yeah,
that's the producer's job. If it's my artist, that's a whole different situation.
And then it goes even further to that, because now, right? Because a lot of engineers do feel like that. It's like, look,
that's my artist.
If not even it's my artist, but if you want me to be this hands on, where's my credit? Am I getting a percentage of this record? Because I'm producing you, mind you. we already don't get producer credits for the things that we do mixing wise on a record, right? Because it's all looked at as mixing, even though it is production. Any drop that you do, any rearranging that you do, that is production for my engineers out there who do not know that.
Facts.
So, and even for my artists who don't know that, that is production work. So
give them the credit, B.
Stop so that. where do we start becoming producers or not, and then we get on top of that getting that title of producer?
Producer's already there. You're already a producer. Do you get the credit for it? That's
what I'm saying. So
you're already a producer. Right. You got to understand that part too. If I'm basically coming, like in other words, if you're getting a beat from YouTube and I'm helping you rearrange the whole situation, doing drops like you said, I'm filtering this out here and there, but without even you telling me to do it, that's producing.
Right. So then do I get paid more at that point? Do I get my you know what I'm saying? Because then that's what I'm saying. Like
this is why I don't like this era. Yo. This is why
right,
I don't like this era.
It becomes the thing of having an added responsibility, right? Which again, most of us don't mind, especially if the person that we're working with is talented. Like we want to help out. We want to be a part of the process. But then it's just like when you have the people out there like this dude, that's when it becomes for a lot of engineers this like blurry line that we try not to cross at times. At least for myself, I can't speak for everybody out there, but I know a lot of engineers have experienced both sides of that. Where,
you're taught to just do your work and be quiet until they ask you, yo, what do you think? That's when you go spill the beans.
Right.
If they ask you, what did you think? Go ham.
And even then, depending on the person you're working with, you still gotta be kind of careful with that.
You can't say you trash.
Yeah, because it's like, do you want to be honest with you right now, or you just like
want to be honest? Exactly, because honesty is crazy.
Because a lot of artists are sensitive, especially rappers.
That's his homeboy sensitive.
He sounded like he was going through something.
Somebody, the engineer, whoever,
his engineer told him, was like, I don't think this is it. He got tight, like, yo, bro, this is my shit. This is my song. Don't tell me what to do, nigga. Push record, son.
He probably high too.
I don't tell you how to record, niggas. Do I?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It wasn't like, oh, that take was good. No, it was like, yo, that shit is trash. So that bar, you could have made it better.
He's like, I'm tired of this shit.
The metaphor, I heard the metaphor already. I heard the metaphor already. Give me something else. He heard that, yo.
I mean, look, listen, man. I have a artist I worked with the other day, and she did a record with my other artist, Castle. Shout out to Destiny, my homie Destiny Nicole. And I told her, like, oh, bro, the bridge we did, I want you to do it over. It's like, what part? I'm like, no, you sang it well, delivery was good. It's just the words could be better. Like, figure just come up with something better. You think she's over here catching a fucking attitude with me about that shit?
Because she knows you though.
I get it.
If she didn't know you and some dude came out of left field, be like, yo, who you? No more sessions for you.
For sure. For sure. No, definitely.
Are you kidding me? The whole Murder Inc. thing. I was A&R and the whole shit. Nah, it's better. No, do this better. I was fucking right. Because they know me and they trust me now. It's like, after a while, but at first it was like, hit the record button, chill, nigga.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Or you get shot up in here, B. It's relax. You hit the record, chill, nigga.
We was getting hits before you got here.
Exactly. So, but then after a while, it's like, wait a minute, Buck, what you think? So now you just open the gate. Oh, you kidding me? Oh, now it's over.
Now
I be coming up with the beat idea, the idea of the song, all of that.
Man. I'm all for that, but I'm also for getting my proper credit where it's due, man. That's all I'm saying.
That's why I'm like,
if artists. Right, if you guys and gals would like us to step into these roles more, I'm not going to necessarily say pay us more, but at least give us the credit if we're doing said job. If we're helping you with the writing, put my name down as a co-writer.
That's a fact.
If I'm doing all this extra shit with the beat and production,
what's the level of writing? Let me ask you something. See, look,
and I'm not talking about a word or two here.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about like if we sat down together and we like wrote a hook together.
Of course.
Like
that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, like
I never had that opportunity.
Me neither, but still.
Like we're writing it together. Oh shit.
I only give words. I only give words here and there, man. I'm not that good at writing like that. I'm not
getting my credit? Hell no. I think I wrote stuff for people before and they got my credit. It's that easy.
I'm sorry, I never wrote.
It's that easy. No, if I'm writing something with you, I'm definitely getting the credit.
I just suggest
if I put a drum in there that's not yours, then I'm producing. That's a fact. I'm not playing them games.
That's all I'm saying, man. You know,
the publishing happens. It matters, yo.
If we're expected to take on these extra roles, then compensate us or credit us or both. Both will be even better. Honestly, pay me and credit me. Yeah,
that's a fact.
Hell yeah.
But
that's the ill thing. But that's the ill thing about it, though, right? As much as us engineers want our money, We want our credit so much more than that.
Appreciate it.
We will. I won't say want. We appreciate it a lot more.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
You
because
work harder, pause. You know what I'm saying? All of that.
So just something to think about. I think that was a very interesting topic piece. You know, shout out to all my engineer friends who DM'd me and was going off about that because that shit was
shout out to
funny.
all the artists that get it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
They understand. A lot of people understand these things, you know what I mean? And like even musicians to me I don't get it. They want to. I'm not saying don't get paid for sessions, whatever, but you part of the production though. Like it's so funny. Like I'm willing to give everybody credit though.
Yeah, I can't come. Honestly, like I can't. Like as a person who's like a guitar player or some shit like that, I cannot. You're not gonna catch me going to a session and play some shit for you and I don't get the credit.
That's crazy.
Or paid. Like
nah.
Like,
paid to me. See, this is my thing. I would pay the guitar player.
I will pay them and give them the credit.
Thank you.
I would do both.
What are we doing here?
If it's a work for hire situation, yes. And if I need you continuously after that, then yeah, maybe we could work something out, whatever else.
Yeah,
but
dope, I want to keep that relationship. Yeah. I'm not doing that to these.
But that's the thing.
I know how it feels.
People always, and that's one of the problems with the industry. People are always trying to get over on the next person, especially the person who's on the come up. It's because you just promised them you'd be around this person, or you might. It's the mights and the maybes, and
the mights and the maybes is out of control though.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's the
people,
problem.
But people hang their hopes on that.
They hang their hopes on that shit, yo.
And I always say this, right?
They do that too.
Anytime anybody present me with a situation, it's like I gotta think about how it benefit me. The same way I think about if I want to approach anybody with a situation, I always automatically think, all right, how does it benefit them too? Because I could, but I don't like to approach people with a situation or anything that only benefits me.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Because at that point, it's just a favor.
See,
and I don't like people doing. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather do some shit where we both eat, we both get whatever we get from this, and then we can continue.
That's
doing
why
business.
These dudes get these young people too much. They get
them.
Young people are so naive because they want to be a part of something, but they don't understand because that's the reason why. Oh, how old is that person? How old? That's
always like the first question.
That's the first question every time. Like, are you really want to get people your whole life? God damn. And that's what they do, man. Like, how old is he? Oh, 20? Oh, good. Bring him through. like damn, like fish. Like, that's how you feel? I mean, this is what people do, and this is unfortunate. Like, we got to switch all that, man, this new era, man. We can't do that to people. We can't.
It's a part of the game, unfortunately.
It is part of the game. And this has been part of the game way before Puff and all that shit.
But also, though.
Puff.
But also, we're at the time now in period in life, in the world, in history, where... in society, I mean to say, that there's information everywhere. So the people who still got with these like terrible deals, it's like a part of me feels bad, but another part of me just really don't feel bad.
But you gotta understand something. These people are in these positions because they're fucked up.
They're
desperate. So there's no way. So in other words, there's nowhere else to go.
Then don't complain about what happens afterwards.
But it's hard to do that though. It's hard.
Listen. You can't have two things could be true, but you can't have two things the same way either.
That's a fact because I know there's people that's starving literally.
Right.
They can't even pay the next, buy for the next meal. Someone comes over and they know that. This is why the fuck these motherfuckers on top scumbags. They know that shit that you fucked up. So they're like, hey, here's $50. Oh, I own you for 2 years. That's
I'm gonna say this, man. If that's
fucked up, yo.
I forgot who said it. It might have been LeBron's mom or some shit when he got approached with the Adidas deal or Reebok, whatever the first sneaker they were supposed to get. Whoever it was, I don't remember who it was, but they said the saying was, you've been broke for this long, you could be you're good. You'll be okay being broke for a few more days, months, whatever it is. So like that's the whole thing about it to me. It's just, and then that's when it comes to knowing your worth. At the same time, like again, I'm not saying the artists who take the bad deals don't know their worth, but that usually comes from a situation of desperation.
Yeah, desperation.
You know what I'm saying? And my thing is like, most of us, we come from the same, not the same situation, but the same environment at least, or a similar environment, right? With a lot of the same hurdles in front of us, right? So if we've been combating some shit for a long time already, and then dude from the big label pull up, nice fancy car and all that, yeah, look nice, but we have to have the wherewithal. And I mean the creatives, not just like people from the like as creatives. Like we have to have the wherewithal.
There's no money they put on the table it's not gonna match your worth anyway. I don't care how much it is.
Right.
Because if they
But
give me,
at least you could probably finagle it though to where
if they're giving you
know what I mean?
200,000 for real, that means they think in their mind like I'm gonna make $1 billion.
Yeah, I'm gonna make $1 million off
Yeah,
this
you know
shit.
what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's fucking crazy.
But
no
then
matter
that's
what.
why, because then
No matter what.
that's why we gotta be smarter. Because then if someone is coming, you didn't seek nobody out now. Someone's coming to you now.
Yeah.
Right, and they're
That's
like,
different.
I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
the
that's
200,000, 500,000. Your brain should automatically be like, well, if they offering me this,
Exactly.
then somebody else would probably offer me a little bit more.
That's a fact.
Or I could go get it myself.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't think like that. Like I remember I had a different client. I don't work with her no more, but whatever. She was cool though. That's my homie. I remember it was years ago though. I was talking to her about being independent versus being on a label, right? So I was like, she was telling me she wants to be signed to a label. Don't matter what label it is, just want to be signed to a label.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? Like what's the what can a label do for you that you can do for yourself at this particular moment of your career? Not like in general, just like where you're at currently.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I just want to be on a label. And I'm like, but why? Like, what's the, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, they're going to take more money from you. Depending on the type of deal that you have, they're going to be in control of everything if you sound like a 360 or some shit like that. Or they're going to get a percentage of everything if you do a 360. Like, your options for making what you want, like doing what you want to do and how you want to be as an artist, they kind of get limited when you're depending on the label situation. Yeah. Because not all labels have your vision of how you are as an artist.
So that's a tricky question though. You know why it's tricky? Because as independent artists, depending on where you want to be in your life, you really can't do too much without money.
No, for sure. Money's a big problem.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's why the labels got it sewn up. They got it so bad. It's like out of control because it's all about marketing, yo. I don't care how much talent you have.
Pay for that, yo. Pay before you fucking listen to nothing, yo. Before a lot of y'all go and get a fucking manager and you got like 5,000 followers and only like 10,000 plays or views on y'all shit. Invest in a marketer or someone who does promo for you.
Or no, don't let's not mess up with the manager. The manager, depending on who the manager is. I'm telling you right now.
But what I'm saying about that is because a lot of artists get managers at a point they don't need a manager.
Because what? Because their music is not, they're not polished with their selves first before they get a manager, or do they have a vision? It depends. If you have a vision though, let's say you have a vision, you got songs already in play, blah, blah, blah. There's managers that'll get you
if you have motion going already, that's what I'm saying. But there's a lot of artists who don't have motion.
Yeah, a lot of managers, they say they're managers, but they don't see what managers are supposed to be, or people that know other people. Yes. They know the industry. So when they put the product, which is the artist, in play, you have friends to, communicate, whatever. But if you don't have so you don't know your network, you don't have a network, nothing like that. That's different.
You don't have no fan base.
No.
You don't have no.
You gotta have something.
Like nothing really going for yourself. You don't got no merch to sell. You don't got nothing. That's what I'm saying. So a lot of people, I don't know if they're doing it on purpose now, but a lot of people who don't have much or anything at all, they'll go out and seek a manager, and it's just like, no,
but like
build your fan base.
But
like,
it depends. Some managers help build the fan base. Some managers help build these things too. So it's depending on the person you're talking about. If you're seeking, no, let's not put it out there. Oh, I need a manager. No. Right. If you find someone that you feel like, oh, this person could help me from this level to this next level, fine. But it's managers that give you money. Oh, I got you. Here's some money right now.
That's not even a manager at that point. I don't know, man.
No.
That's an investor.
No. There's different types of managers. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not just one type. It's like different types of engineers. It's different types of filmmakers. It's different types of everybody. But what I'm saying, there's people out there that's willing to put their money behind the cause, and then once you recoup that, whatever money that is, then we start breaking bread properly. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, there's so many ways of doing these things. But you definitely need to understand the game and understand the wherever business you want to get into, you have to understand it before you even do anything else. That's one thing I tell every artist. At least understand the landscape. Just don't go in there really.
They don't take the time to do that either. Yeah, that's part of the point.
That's the main problem.
Yeah, they don't take the time to understand the game that they're trying to get into.
That's the problem.
And there's so many stories out there. There's so many everything out there that we have access to. That again, when I hear about some of these bad deals and people complain about it, it's just like.
And but that happens in sports. How you sign a contract and say in 2 years coming, I'm gonna negotiate. How? You just signed 4 years for like $80 million. So because somebody else.
Sports is a little bit.
No, but it's the same shit though.
It's a little bit
it's
different
like,
though.
I signed a contract though for 4 years for
sure.
80. Done. Now it's like I'm not even coming to play next week because I wanna ante up my shit. Like how? You just signed it two weeks ago. How you going just come out of nowhere? This is the life we live in.
See, but the thing with sports though.
This is the life we live.
But the thing with sports though is right. Your salary, right? If you get traded, it just gets transferred over to the next.
Exactly.
You can't trade contracts in the record industry.
What I'm saying is, my point is that once, like going back to your point, is like once you sign, once you know what your, in other words, this is what you sign, you can't complain later. That's
yeah, for sure, yeah.
Whatever you sign, you
1,000%.
can't complain 2 years. You signed this shit.
Yeah.
Like in other words, with the artists, you know that you're fucked up. So if they give you $100, you can't complain later. There's no way. It's just what it is.
You knew you were signing a 10-album deal.
Exactly. You knew you was doing that.
And you go to complain. 3 albums in.
Exactly. Plus, you don't understand that they gave you $100,000 for 10 albums, which is retarded. That means you got to recoup the $100,000 before they even give you any type of money after that.
Now you're starting to realize how bad of a deal is that you signed.
You know what I'm saying? So because you don't have, he never had a lawyer present, or maybe the lawyer that you have in present was friends with the other lawyer. This shit is fucked up. We all
never,
doomed.
yo, man. If
doomed,
if
B.
anybody gets signed by a label out there, man, and the label offers you their marketers, no, you should take their marketers. But if they offer you their lawyers for any of that business stuff, don't do it. Don't take their lawyers, man. Get your own business lawyer, get your own entertainment lawyer, get all that shit.
And a lot of people lazy though. There are a lot of lazy people, so that's why they want to do that. They want to go to Fiverr and like, yo, I gotta give me a lawyer right there.
No, going to Fiverr for a lawyer is crazy.
give me a lawyer over there. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna. I went to Fiverr the other day.
Fiverr's lit.
I found a guitar player for $20. Guitar $20, and this shit was fire. You know what I'm saying? But then you find other people that's not that fire, and you still got to pay them that money anyway. But that's one. Listen, that's another story.
My thing is, listen, you hire somebody for services, especially something creative. Pay them, be done with it, call it a day. Yeah, that's real. Whether you like it or not, just pay them, call it a day. That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit happens, man.
But artists, man, listen, man.
Get it together.
It's hard though if they don't know. A lot of people don't know though.
But there's no excuse to not know,
because you say that because I say this.
We all have internet.
That's true.
There's no like we're past the stage the stage of
you are.
No, we all are, bro.
No,
society.
I'm trying to tell you, man. A lot of people not even go. They don't even have the scruples. It's not even connected properly.
So they should be artists.
They all artists. That's most people that's scrupled out. That's trash. All artists,
bro.
Man.
We all listen. We all got a smartphone.
I know, but trust me.
We all have Google. I could be wrong, but I feel like I'm right.
No,
there's no reason to not know.
Technically, yes.
A lot of this shit. I'm not saying you know everything.
A lot of people have trauma. They can't even go past the trauma. They can't even understand. They can't even go past go because they fucked up in the brain.
They see a therapist.
But they don't know that. And then guess what? They do see a therapist. They see the therapist down the block, the grocery store dude. Like, oh, yeah, I'm a therapist. Hey, give me $100. And they fuck up even more. We got problems in society, man.
I need, no, for real. But I need, like, seriously, though, I need people on whatever level it is to understand that when you're trying to get into something like the music industry, the TV, film industry, any of these creative industries, it's not easy.
Facts.
It's a lot of bullshit you're going to deal with. It's a lot of no's. It's a lot of all that shit. It's a lot of people trying to snake you, get over you, take advantage of you. I hate to say that this is a part of it, but it's a fucking part of it.
It's not easy, yo.
Don't have a strong will,
don't worry about it.
Like, don't get into this shit.
Please.
This shit will break you.
Thank you.
It will chew you up and spit you out.
That's the main problem.
If you not,
That's a fact.
if you a person who likes to stay the fuck home and don't want to be outside and don't want to mingle with people and don't want to promote your music and you only want to make music and don't want to worry about the business shit, cool. Stay home, make your music, put on SoundCloud, call it a fucking day. Don't worry about getting a deal. Don't worry about working with an engineer or mixer who's going to tell you what the fuck to do. Don't worry about finding a writer. Don't worry about getting a fucking promoter. Don't worry about none of that shit. Make the music in your crib. Put it on SoundCloud. Don't promote it. And call it a fucking day.
Yeah, simple.
Because if you don't want to do the work that comes with this shit, don't fucking do it.
Guess what?
You're not obligated to.
Whoever
There's
you
people
are,
out here who want to do the work and grind for the shit.
With people.
Yeah.
That means you're gonna get the motherfuckers that's gonna diss your shit, and some people gonna like your shit.
I hate when I hear about artists who like, oh, I have. I'm not saying it's impossible for artists to like have social anxiety or whatever the fuck else, or
they don't become an artist.
But why are you?
But no. See, that's what I'm saying. So let me explain
and
something.
I'm not saying don't again, but do it in your own capacity where you're comfortable.
Though? In the '90s,
in your crib by yourself.
In the '90s, we didn't know that. In the '90s, we didn't know that. Right. We didn't know that shit. We just thought that all we gotta do is get drunk, nigga, and solve all the problems. And that's what a lot of people did. Drink OE, boom. Now I'm a thug. Right. Immediately smoke weed, get high, blah blah blah. Now you're a different person. They didn't know anxiety was a thing at one point. It's still a thing.
It is.
You know what I mean? But we didn't know what it was called. We just thought that I just need something to take the edge off.
Listen, I'm an introvert as fuck. Anybody who knows me,
first of all,
most of us are.
Thank you.
Most engineers are.
No, most people.
Fine, even go friend me say that, but definitely engineers. I know a lot of us probably got into this shit because we figured, we got to just be behind the boards. We get to be quiet. We get to chill.
Take too much.
Nah, niggas want me to talk your shit. Like, I didn't sign up for this at first.
I ain't want to sign up to this podcast either.
I didn't want to. I didn't sign up to be.
All I wanted to do is just do my work and get paid.
I didn't sign up to be talking to you during sessions at first. But listen. I love what I do. I love the craft. I love the music. I love all that shit. So I had to adjust with the times. If it really bothered me that much, nigga, I would stop doing this shit because I wouldn't be able to handle it. Yeah. That's just the facts of it. I'm not saying for people out there to not make music. I'm just saying realize who the fuck you are as a person, which you can and probably cannot deal with, and do that.
Because you know what, don't do it. But you can make music so many different ways. Though.
I know
you
that.
don't have
That's
to be an artist. You don't even have to do
that's
none
what
of
I'm
that
saying.
shit.
You don't have to be the Beyoncés and the Drakes and all that. You could do voiceovers. You could do music, and nobody will ever see your face or know your name,
which is cool.
Except for if they read the credits or some shit like that, and that is perfectly fine.
And there's a lot of people like that want to become this person, but they don't know how. See, that goes back to my point. They don't know how to do whatever they need to be. Whatever they need to do, they don't know how to do it. So it's like sometimes it's like I went to a play one time on Broadway, and I'm watching these people sing and dance. I'm like,
Broadway is ill, son.
These motherfuckers is ill over here.
Let me tell you.
And in my mind, I'm like, yo, shit, I should sign them. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, they don't want to be artists.
Exactly.
Though. They don't want to be.
But then a lot of them also do want to be artists.
But not a lot of. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa.
It does get crazy. And again, I know I went on another bit of a rant. It is crazy though sometimes because like I hear a lot of artists complain about certain shit. Fuck, not even just artists, producers, engineers, right? Whatever it is. And I'm just like, I get it. I get whatever you're going through right now is fucked up. This is a part of it, unfortunately.
It is.
Like, again, when I was coming up, I've dealt with sessions where, and mixes and whatever it is that people only pay me the deposit and didn't send me the rest.
Yeah, of course.
People wasting my time in so many different, promised me things. I've lost out so much money. All types of shit. All types of fucked up shit that would probably make somebody be like, damn, man, why is Boogie even still doing this? One, I love what I do, and you have to, if you really want to be in this shit, you have to learn how to pivot and make better decisions and be around better people. That's just really it, honestly. I know it sounds easy. I'm not saying it's easy. But you have to learn how to fucking move.
You know what
that's
I realized?
What that is.
I realized what I liked about engineering the most is that you can interact with talented people. And I think that's one of the most things. I don't think people understand what an engineer does and how they're almost like the glue to the artists, the producers, the different musicians and stuff like that. So that's what I like about the studio.
We're like really. A&Rs, bro.
But I like to be in the studio and create something with massive, you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm talking about. But now I don't know how y'all dealing with it because I'm cool right here in the crib. If I wanted to
like for me, it's all the same thing, bro. Like most of my clients, I have a rapport with, so
that's what I'm saying.
It's different for me right now where I'm at because I pretty much know all my new clients. But even like I had a new client the other day, and like dude was super cool. Like, but it wasn't also a situation where like here, like again where I was super hands on with him. But dude was super cool. He didn't necessarily ask me to help out or nothing, but it wasn't a situation where I felt like I didn't have to either, or if I felt like if I wanted to, he would have had an issue with it. I don't think he would have. Yeah. But it was just one of those things where it's just like, it's a smooth session. He came in, he did his work, he had his shit ready to go. That doesn't happen very often, if ever now. You know what I'm saying? And he just came in, he knocked everything out. We had no time. I knocked out like 2-3 mixes. Like it was a very productive session, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
wait, hold on.
What?
How many sessions is the one session?
Facts. He booked 6 hours.
Oh yeah.
But he records fast. Like he only did short songs. Don't get me wrong, but like it was a hook, 2 hooks in a verse. So hook, verse, hook.
Damn.
Short. It was short. Don't get me.
I feel for y'all peoples, yo.
Nah, it was cool. Like it wasn't
I'm saying because that was the norm for me. You know what I'm saying? That was normal with the session for me. Like he come in the studio, do what they got to do, get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? That's normal shit. So I keep on saying back in the day, that was
back in the day, Buck.
That was the glory days. You know what I'm saying? All y'all dealing with. I don't know what to call this era, like revolution era, whatever you want to call
revolution.
This era.
Boy, you sound old, man. This is the revolution. No,
I don't know what era this is, but my era was so much. I mean, I don't know.
Go ahead, talk about your era. Go ahead, tell us about your era.
So much structured.
How much more money you guys made than us?
It's so much structured at the same time, and
it's a little warm in here. I don't know.
It'll be hot in here. It's hot in here now.
We get a little heated.
It's more structured, but also understanding what your job is different. It wasn't like
it was a clear role. It was a clear defining role.
And you know when you were getting paid, it was no second guessing. Even though you get paid 60 days after, which
labels.
But labels though.
Labels. That
every session was a label.
30 shit got to stop.
And every session was a label. It wasn't like some homeboy coming through.
At that point though, if it's consistent, you can you can map out.
You can map out. I know in 2 months I get paid, so I got to make sure I work as much as I can. So in 2 months I get paid. So you know that once you're in that rhythm, you're good. Like I'm getting that check for $1,500 I did 2 months ago. Boom, and I get another one coming up next day for $800. So you're in formation, so you're doing your thing. But what I'm saying is like, and everybody came in the session not playing games. Right. So they come in the session. I mean, it's sometimes we might be, a client might be too drunk or whatever have you, but you're like, oh shit, I'm still getting paid anyway. You know what I'm saying? $100 an hour. Don't matter if you get drunk. Great. You know what I mean? The incentive is there. You know what I mean?
I have a question. I'm gonna be nosy. Okay?
Yeah, be nosy.
Okay, great. So, what was the most you got for a mix back then?
Most I got was 5,000
for just like one record. Not a project, just one song.
One record, and guess what? And that was not the only one. So you get 4 or 5 mixes off an album. They give you half up front, and they give you half at 25. B easy.
Just take me back to the 90s for just 1 year, yo. So
no, but it's real shit though, because I didn't even know it was gonna get this bad. If I knew that, I would save all my money. I would have saved all my money. B, I didn't know it was gonna be this bad
that
though.
Shit is trash.
In my mind, I thought it was gonna
trash.
continue.
Nah,
continue. 5,000, and if you get dope, 10,000. Like I wasn't the dopest at the time. The dopest engineer at the time was getting like 10,000, 15,000 a mix. Do you met? Plus the budget was $1 million though.
I know.
Every budget was $1 million, so I think afford to give 100,000 to the engineer, 100,000 to this person, and the rest of it is mine. You know what I mean? So they could do that. Now it's like, wait, $150, $200.
I missed a great era, man. I missed a great era. Yo, mind you, and I was listening. So I had a little nostalgic moment last night. I was just listening to a bunch of like older, like early 2000s stuff, like
the era.
Yeah, Dipset, G-Unit, Rockefeller, all that good stuff.
Okay.
Yo, man.
Rockefeller?
Bad people did not have their music mixed back then. It was just, yo, bro, I'm listening.
Why you say like that?
Because they didn't.
What you mean not mixed?
Bro, I was listening to mad Dipset shit. I'm at a point.
Oh, that's different. I don't know about
mad Dipset shit was not mixed, bro. Oh my god.
But it was mixed, but not mixed well. You saying?
No, it didn't. No, no.
Compared to now, it's not fair. It's not fair.
I'm not comparing it to now.
You have to.
I'm not.
That's
because
why you're thinking like
because I was listening to American Gangster. That sounds fine. I'm not saying it sounds the best. That's how shit sounds now. I'm not saying, but you could hear it and tell it was mixed. Bro, I'm listening to fucking what was Jim's second album?
But they did that though. They did rough mixes
and put it out. They didn't rough them shit.
I ain't gonna front. A lot of people did that though.
No,
a lot of people did that shit.
That's my point. Okay. A lot of the music during that era was just not mixed or mixed well.
No.
Right. I'm hearing so much distortion and shit. I was listening to some shit. Some Jim shit with
Jim Jones calling out Jim.
Jim's my man.
I know,
I fuck with Jim, but
That's good,
shit wasn't mixed. What you want me to say? It wasn't mixed. It wasn't mixed.
Jim, he's talking about you, Jim.
Listen, I'm not talking about Jim. I'm talking about the was put out. And I'm not gonna hold you, bro. At that time, I'm sure because there was such
I did mix stuff with Jim though.
There was such an influence. I'm not even saying all the shit wasn't mixed. I'm just saying a lot of shit wasn't fucking mixed.
I did mix some stuff with Jim back in the day too.
I don't know. I don't think you did. You mix Confront You, babe? It was the shit with him and Max B.
No, I
didn't
mix
Confront You, babe.
No, I didn't
Man, that
mix
shit's tough. I'm listening. I'm like, thinking Max sound distorted. That shit, it's distorted, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of shit distorted.
Now it could be a man though. Wavy Wayne. Oh shit, son.
Oh shit! I got to talk to Wayne about that. Now I gotta ask him.
I gotta ask him.
Was he had him putting out rough mixes over there? Yo? What's up? What's going on, man? Whatever we talk about, Wayne.
That's Wavy Wayne music.
Nah, but a lot of shit. But it's not just Dipset shit. Some of the Rockefeller,
I hear what you're
a lot
saying.
of Rockefeller shit. You know what's foul though?
What?
Jay-Z's foul, bro. All his shit is mixed, but some other niggas on Rockefeller, that shit was not mixed. The nigga already had. I'm messy, right? So I'm over here listening to shit. I'm like, yo, Jay-Z's foul. So he had these. That's why nobody else on Rockefeller popped like he did. Not because of the mixing, but just, bro, listen to a lot of other shit. It don't like even if it is mixed, like Feel It in the Air, the Beanie Siegel joint.
It's not mixed.
I think it's mixed, but it's not. It don't sound as good as any other Jay-Z record.
I gotta hear it. I gotta
listen to like Blueprint and all that other shit. American Gangster sounds good. Sounds clean, clear, all that shit. A bunch of all the Rockefeller shit, bro.
So you saying Guru is trash?
Nah, I'm saying Guru is good.
I'm putting it out there.
I'll say this though.
What?
I'll say this though, right? I'm not sure, Guru. I have never met you.
I met him. That's my guy. You know, we talk about you all the time. Don't worry about it.
Respect the hell out of you. I don't. Jay's vocals are so like simple to me.
Yeah.
I feel like anybody could have really.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's why artists that have that distinct voice, distinct sound. Yeah, you don't need to do too much. Like nowadays, you're doing too much of these vocals. That's a fact.
Right. And again, I'm not
That's normal.
This is not me taking anything away from Guru. Like, I'm not. But it's just I don't. When I hear Jay's voice, I feel like I could have done this. I could make it sound good too. You know, not like Jay's voice. Because Jay with his voice, it's not like he does too many different things with his voice. That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm not trying to like. Say anything about Guru's recording or mixing ability.
Listen, Guru's he understands life. He's dope. He's definitely dope.
And if you blessed enough to be recording, mixing Jay-Z, nigga, like, why not? But yeah, man. I just realized that a lot of those records
in the
from the 2000s, that early to mid 2000s,
90s maybe. 90s was crazy, yo. That's when they were still doing the 2-inch thing.
But I feel. Well, yeah, a lot of 90s shit wasn't mixed.
No, it was mixed, but it wasn't.
But it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like. Digitally mixed.
You could tell the difference now.
Yeah,
you can definitely tell the difference.
Because, yeah, man, it was just crazy, bro. Just the amount of distortion I was hearing on the record. So I'm like, I was still bumping and I was still enjoying it, and I was having my great nostalgia moment. Don't get me wrong, but being where I'm at now in my life as an engineer and having trained ears, it was just something I couldn't avoid hearing at a point. It was just like, this shit is distorted.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been listening to all these records, even Michael Jackson records. I'm like, yo, that shit sounds terrible.
Some of them do.
That's what I'm saying.
Not all of them were super polished.
That's what I mean. So everything. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say mixing is almost like relative to the personality or the moment. It's not like.
And I think at the time, especially that time, they were putting out so much fucking music, yo.
It was hard sometimes.
That people didn't give a fuck really. They were just like, yo, throw it out. Yeah, it's cool. It's good enough. And I get it. We were still buying it. We were still buying those records.
Oh, as a rough mix, don't do that. And then people like, oh, okay, I like it. Oh, say no more.
Radio that night.
And that happened. But see, one thing about the radio, which is crazy, they compress it even more, so it won't sound as bad. You know what I mean? But yeah, life.
That's like an engineer's pet peeve for sure. Putting some shit out that's not mixed.
I hate that shit. I hate it.
Don't tag me in that shit.
I know. Oh my God, I did some records.
Or I just don't repost it.
I mixed some records for Uncle Murder.
I just don't repost that shit. That's it. I'ma like it, but I ain't gonna repost it.
You say repost, damn.
I'ma like that shit. Where it's just
that's a today's thing. That's a today's thing. I'm like repost.
Yeah.
I'm gonna repost my own one.
Yeah, I'll make my own.
Yeah.
I'll do my own. Yeah, I'll do a
That's
better
fact.
version of
But
that.
no,
shit.
but like, listen, I want to rap myself now. I ain't worried about your other artists. I'm just being a rapper. It's hard though.
16 bars right now.
Come on.
It's hard though.
Well, being
Because,
a rapper.
because I did 4 bars the other day. I'm like, yeah, and that's it.
Give us the 4 bars. Give us the 4 bars.
I'm like, how y'all do this, yo?
Nowadays, it's harder, but it's harder and easier at the same time.
It is easier because you don't have to say anything.
You could be one like the lyrical content
It don't have
doesn't
to be
necessarily
there.
have to be there anymore.
That's the see. I'm still
Right.
stuck. That's what I'm saying. I need to be bars. So the 4 bars, and that's it. See, motherfuckers start singing after that. Like, hey, I
Get a
can't
get a
do
ghostwriter.
that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. I don't know. I mean, 4 bars is ill. My 4 bars was ill though.
What's the 4 bars? What's the 4 bars?
Shit's in a thing.
You never got your 4 bars memorized. What kind of MC are
I
you,
don't got
yo?
memorized.
Come on,
I
man.
got memorized.
You're not a new gen. You can get away with that as a new generation artist. You can't do that. You from the
Word.
era
You can't
came,
talk all
everywhere
this
you
shit.
Walk, you're supposed to have your bars ready.
Yeah, you can't talk all this shit. Then you don't know you don't know 4
podcast.
bars.
Next podcast.
Next podcast.
Next podcast.
No. I got 4 bars and like 5 songs.
You know what, Buck? I'm gonna tell you something.
4 bars.
And
That's 20 bars right there. I'm gonna put it all together.
I
I'm gonna
knew-
break it down.
I was on the train in the Bronx once, and I knew that like I was an artist, but I wasn't gonna identify as a rapper because this crackhead was like, "Yo, rap for me right now," and I was like, "I'm not gonna,
like,
I'm not
no.
gonna rap for you, right?"
No, bro.
But then I was like, "Damn, I'm on the train in the Bronx, supposed to rap. Like, I'm not really a rapper. I'm an artist, but I'm not a rapper like this."
Exactly.
And at that moment, Kuli realized I'm not a rapper. Yeah,
I'm
nah.
not a rapper. I'm more like, I
more
I
artist.
make my music. But this is your
I'm gonna
your
rap.
crackhead moment
I think I'm an artist too.
Yo, question.
I think I'm an artist too.
Question. I think I'm an artist. Buck changed that. Buck changed that real quick.
I think I'm an artist.
He's like, you know
I
what?
like the answer.
I think I agree with you,
I'm
Kuli.
an artist
Yeah,
too.
I'm an
Goddamn it.
artist.
I'm not no rapper. I'm not no rapper.
Fuck a freestyle.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
So, question. Speaking of that, right? Is the freestyle dead?
What is freestyle though? Because my man broke it down to me what freestyle is.
We talking about new freestyle?
No,
or
what the name originated from.
So, what'd your man tell you?
It's just a whole bunch of shit that you already know, and you're just rapping. It's nothing on top of the head. No, on top of the head is a whole different. On top of the head is a whole different segment. Freestyling is just no topic, particular topic. It's
Just
just
rapping.
you just flowing.
Right. Okay,
That's
fine.
what freestyle's supposed
fine.
to be.
Is that dead?
I see that all the time. People mumble that shit all the day. What you mean freestyle? People freestyle the most to me.
Okay. Not
Top
dead.
of the head, you mean like
Yeah.
No one can do that. No
That's
one
dead?
doing that. That's totally
But
dead.
we're not counting battle rap. Just
Because battle rappers they wrote that everything. They wrote all that shit.
but some of them improvise
Man,
though.
they trust me. If you're a rapper, like you're an engineer, you do this shit every fucking day. So you're writing.
No, but
day
they do
long.
improvise some of the shit.
Nah,
Yes, they do,
not
bro.
Them, not them. No,
The
they
battle
don't.
rappers?
No, they don't.
They some of them improvise their lyrics.
No, they don't. You give them too much credit. I'm trying to tell you. I
I
know
didn't say
these people.
all of them. I said some of them, and not all. I'm talking about not like the whole verse. I'm talking about like,
good ones.
well,
They write
yeah,
this
for
shit
sure.
down.
The better ones,
No, they write it.
bro. Some of them definitely improvise shit on the spot. Not I'm not saying like a whole entire scheme or verse. I'm talking about like a moment, like a line or two. Might
because they write all day. They write
fucking
all
should,
day.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So yes, I see that. But what I'm saying is when they do like that whole scene, like they
Oh no, that's rehearsed for sure.
That's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Like I'm like you're doing too much.
I'm saying some of the rebuttals will be improvised sometimes. Not a whole.
and they know who they're dealing with, so they Google.
You
the whole
do your
person,
research, yeah, of
do the
course, of
research
course,
and
of
start
course, of
rapping
course,
about
of course.
somebody's kids' names and shit like that. You know what I mean?
So
But
even all right, boom. So going off the top is dead. So
Yeah.
what about
some people still do it, but they're gonna sound trash. Just not get crazy.
so
It
what
is
about
it is.
the mixtape era of freestyling of going over people like killing other people's beats?
I love that too. I love those, but I think
Is
a lot of
that
people
dead?
got sued.
It died with Wayne.
And drama, DJ drama.
Yeah, it stopped with Wayne.
Yeah, because remember they was
They got sued, right?
Yeah, they got sued. That's with drama. Yeah. That's a fact. It was
Yeah,
like,
that's
nah,
whack,
we can't do
bro.
this no more. Because they used to get hype or get dope because of that. They get
No, I know
more
what I'm saying. Yeah,
fans because of someone else's music. You can't do that. You can't play like that. That's infringement all
that's
day.
foul.
Like,
How do y'all
fuck
feel
outta
about
here.
that? Do you feel like that? Like that's
Me,
part of why,
personally?
why hip hop and rap isn't where it's like what it is anymore? Because little things like that just don't exist.
Because not only that, it's the money that's being made and being tossed around is out of control, man. So they don't. The labels is like no, like for instance, your man, on Robin Thicke and Pharrell's record, what was that shit called? Blurred Lines.
They got sued, right?
They got sued because this idiot said we was inspired by the song. That's it.
Yeah.
So these people, because when you hear the songs back, you're like, I don't really hear it. But if he didn't say anything,
they wouldn't have said nothing.
Facts. You know what I mean? Records people do every day, or because they get inspired by a certain song.
But there's, well, that's true.
All day.
But then there's also people.
That's what music is.
Right. But then there's also people who that's their job, yo, is to seek out.
But I'm telling you right now,
shit.
me and my wife was listening to both records. Was like,
You can't really tell the difference like that?
I can't really tell. I can't really. But if you say I got influenced by this record and that's why you wanted to do it, you're getting sued, B.
Right.
You idiot. Robin Thicke said that. Like, Pharrell's like, I do this shit every day. Every song is a jack. Are you kidding me? You can't. Of course. That's the only way you continue to be inspired and make hits is if you inspired by someone else. So he just wilded out and he got what, $7 million? They had to pay $7 million on that.
Shout out to.
They sued him for 15 million. They broke bread with 7.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Inspiration.
Get inspired. But don't tell them where you get inspired by. Don't tell them.
Just don't tell them where inspiration comes from. That's all.
Don't tell them.
So that's why the young people don't give the older people credit and shit.
Nobody don't give anybody credit. But that's another topic.
No, but you
you
could be nice about it and be like, I'm sampling from you. Here's 10%. Or here's 20%, or here's some money. But if you're doing that without telling me, I could sue you for $7 million. Damn, son. You know what I mean? Let's be honest.
Well, today's a good pod, man.
Here in Studio Life, we're being honest.
We are honest.
We're honest people here.
A little brash, but we're
cool.
honest.
Honest is cool.
Brash
Is nothing wrong with that. Listen, next time I'm in a session and you ask me my opinion, I'm gonna give it to you like
trash.
Yeah,
This shit's whack, son.
It might not be whack. Don't get scared now. You know what I'm saying?
That's really my question to a lot of artists. Like, you ask a question like that, and then you don't hear the answer that you want to hear. Then what?
That's another.
Like, do we just continue on with the session like nothing happened? like I didn't just call you trash. Like what?
and
like
session now.
Yeah, like what happens now?
End
like
session now.
So it's just like.
Yeah, end session.
Okay, yeah, just record. You want me to send you the tracks now, or you?
Just don't ask me those questions, yo. Don't ask me.
It's awkward.
Have your man come in the studio with you and he asks him. Don't ask me, yo. Ask your man. Or ask the female.
I like when they got a real entourage that could just say it for you.
Yeah, no, they do.
Yeah,
sometimes.
man. Have your entourage lie to you. Don't make me lie to you.
They don't want to lie.
I like when the entourage is real with them. I like when the entourage is honest.
Yeah.
But a lot of them don't be honest. You know how many rooms I be in where these niggas be lying to their mans, bro? And I be sitting there like,
nah, you know what?
This shit is trash, bro.
They just have equally bad taste.
Yeah.
Or it's that everyone.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. They're all lying to themselves.
Nah, you all just know what trash sound like.
And also, when you start drinking enough, everything
sounds good.
Everything's good. Everything sounds good. Like, oh yeah, this is fire. Yo, word, son. We need to do a video to this. Your word. Okay.
You can pay me enough to make me think it's.
That's what I'm saying. But
I can't drink off the bat.
But see, as engineers, sometimes you're like, oh, it's not that bad. You hear that shit for 4 hours straight.
I'm not gonna hold you.
You fucked up. It happened before.
I've definitely heard some trash for a few hours and like,
you know what? It's not that bad.
This ain't that bad. This ain't as bad as I thought it was. This shit is still terrible, bro.
You can start getting the drink too. Like, oh shit, this is like cool. Oh, shit.
Start smoking.
This is cool.
This kind of vibey. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Let me throw this filter on real quick.
And the whole room like,
hold on. Nah, this thing is ill.
Yo, this
is ill. Oh shit.
It's over.
Yo, what was that, son?
Word to mother. And they go do it again.
That's the underwater effect, yeah.
Underwater effect. I hate that term, but yeah, they use that term. Underwater effect. Underwater. I'm like, yeah.
Yo, those be the best moments though. They go crazy over the littlest shit. So
yo, that's one thing. That's what I'm saying.
Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it.
That was my claim to fame. Is that part? That right there was my claim to fame. The drops.
Oh, the drops. You do a little drop somewhere.
Oh my god! And plus, when the drops is on the board, that's when it was at. All that computer dropping the shit out. Nah, on the board, bam. And you know what I mean? And you got people wanting to do the same thing, coming in like. They fucking it up every time. They don't know how to do the drops properly. I'm like, yo, leave me alone, son.
Oh, you're just putting just muting it?
Yeah, muting it. That's all I'm doing. Muting the drum. Hey, bam. Hey, bam. Simple
that's
shit.
When boards come in handy with shit like that.
Nah,
I'm not gonna hold you.
That's been good though.
It's a good pod, guys.
You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
good pod, man. You know.
It's a little hot in here, but it's fine.
It's a little warm.
You know what
I'm sweating a little bit, but it's all good.
I want to show my muscles. See that?
I'm
Oh,
crying.
you see that
Afro
shirt? You see that
wave.
shirt?
Afro
You see that
wave.
shirt? It's not get crazy. It's not get crazy. You know what I'm saying? Be coming.
Oh, real quick. So Kuli seen Sinners. You seen Sinners. I'm gonna see Sinners. Did you see Sinners, Manny? When are you gonna see it?
Probably like next week.
So we talk about it next
See it
week.
next
So,
week,
all right,
we
so-
see it IMAX 70.
I'm watching the IMAX
All right,
70
so
today, right now.
we're all gonna see Sinners, and
Give
then
my take on it.
we'll talk about it next week.
All right, peoples.
With that being said, it has been another episode of the Studio Life podcast with your favorite hosts, Mixed by Boogie
Buck 3000.
Kuli.
and Manny, no cam man with the cam.
Damn, hold up. A lot of cams.
Big shout out again to Podcast Central. Shout out to the
Tina.
to our my beautiful friend Tina Bugatti who made these paintings. And she's a dope artist as well. Check her out on the gram. Shout out to the young gentleman who made that post that we talked shit about today.
Oh, we didn't get to that list, but it's fine.
We'll get to this. We'll
get
do that
some
next
other
time. We had a list we was going to talk about, but we'll do that. It was a complex list. We'll talk about that another time. But yeah, shout out to the young man who we talked shit about today. Your post was a great conversation topic for today.
Exactly.
So thank you very much, sir. And I wish you luck in all your future endeavors. And I hope you find an engineer that shuts the fuck up just the way you want him or her to. With that being said, we are out of here. Enjoy the weekend, and we will see you guys next week.